Good morning, NMMI. I'm Adam Camp, and welcome to our 4th episode of the Godfrey Weekly. Today we have a tremendous show for you. Jan Olesinski and Lucas Scrimshire, local pentathletes, will be joining us, and I will learn the basics of boxing with Coach Charlie Garcia. Enjoy. Good evening, NMMI. I'm here with Jan Olesinski, Jan's middle child, only daughter, and she's getting a little bit of a break from fencing. They're having a kind of like a round robin sort of thing.
Yeah, it's a little tournament.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we'll briefly get into the fencing for just a little bit, but y'all have seen pictures of Anna and Nathan Scrimshire in Cairo, Egypt. That's the picture that's out there, and that was that last summer?
That was in July last year.
Yeah. So there's got to be a lot of pressure with that. How do you deal with that?
We just keep training and practicing and just getting ready for the next competition and do our best.
So what's the kind of train? Because where are y'all going this summer?
We're going to Berlin, Germany for a World Cup, and then after that we're going to go to Sweden for a championship.
Oh, that's fun. Tough life having to go to Europe. How long are you going to be there?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. So what's training like for a pentathlete? What all do you have to do leading up to that?
Well, we practice everything every day. We swim in the morning, we run every day after school, defense every evening, and then we shoot in between when we can.
Right. What's your biggest strength out of the 5 sports, and what's the one that kind of gives you the most fits?
My best is definitely running.
Yeah.
And then my worst is swimming.
Really? Well, that's kind of a shocker. Well, I'm sure swimming every single morning, practice is great. And how many? What's your competition? How many? Are you against both boys and girls?
No.
Or?
At the World Cup, there's going to be 50, 60 women there, and then in swimming, there's also going to be 50, 60 boys there. From all over the world.
How many languages can you speak?
2.
So, do you pick up some of the ones while you're there? Or
No.
You just stick with the Polish people and the Americans. Right on. Lucas Scrimshire will join us in a little bit, but until then, thanks, Anna. We'll let you get back.
Okay.
For the first time on camera, what an excellent job. Hello again, NMMI. I am here with Lucas Scrimshire. His older brother's Nathan. We saw him in the video last week. He's a prom. So much for dedication, right?
Yeah, he takes
okay.
breaks.
Well, yeah. Whatever. Anyways, Lucas got some video coverage to show that during our interview. And how long have you been fencing?
Let's see, for about 5 years.
So as long as John has started. And then what's your best out of the 5? Swimming. And what's your top stroke in that?
Freestyle.
Is the swimming only freestyle? That's
freestyle is the fastest stroke. So
right.
That's what they do.
Got to get it done quick.
I mean, you could go in and do something else, but it probably not turn out so
now, a pentathlete is not. It's not like a triathlon where you just go, from the pool to your horseback riding on a speedo.
No, it's not a race in that stance, but we have time in between to prepare ourselves and
now is time meaning you swim and then a few hours later you do horseback riding, or is it cut into days?
It's all in one day. We'll have maybe at most an hour in between stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe lunch break a little bit more.
Now explain a little bit about fencing. What kind of? I'm sure it'd probably be a lot easier if, I was in fencing gear and we were kind of doing it that way. But how, what are some of the fundamentals of, your stance and taking down your opponent?
You always have to have a master plan. That's, I'm going to keep my distance, I'm going to go for his arm.
So, is there really, even more of you can either play offense or defense, or, because it seems like the people who are pursuing, they tend to be the winners, or is that?
Well, you want to have him mess up. And when he makes the mistake, that's when
You want him to make the kind of illogical jab, and then you're there to
if not, it's
counter.
very difficult to counterattack.
So what's like the fencing? What's the fencing powerhouse in the world?
Hungarians are very good.
Really? Yeah, right around Poland. Yeah, the rivals.
Everybody's Russian. Nobody is to be counted.
So it's pretty much. Is it really like a European? Real big European
is very
sport.
European sport.
Yeah. Good luck for the rest of this evening and further on this summer, and hopefully make it to London, and we'll be able to check you out there. So, Lucas, thanks again. All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome again to our activities section of the Godfrey Weekly. I'm here with Charlie Garcia, one of my fellow co-workers over at the Godfrey front desk, and he is the boxing coach for. We don't really actually have a league, correct? It's just kind of it's a club. It's an after school club, and hopefully it will become a lot more organized in the years to come.
Yes, it should, and we're here to actually teach self-defense.
Self-defense. Oh, and today we're going to learn how kind of the basics of boxing. So, Charlie, take it away. We're going to be here at the what exactly is the name for this again?
The speed bag.
The speed bag. All right. So what are we doing with the speed bag?
The speed bag is designed to improve your timing as far as timing your punches, and that's the way you set up your time. But on this speed bag, you want to kind of get it in a position that you feel comfortable in, and then you can start like this. You try it.
Like the left hand over here. Okay. All right. Here we go. So keep the hands up.
There you go. There you go. Sure footing, and your left leg goes forward, your right leg behind you like this, and when you're going to throw a jab, you don't want to throw just one jab, but you throw a series of jabs, maybe 1, 2, 3, and then you can come with a right cross, okay, and jab, 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 right cross. And then you're set for a hook.
Okay.
At that time, you can come right with a hook. You want to try that?
Yeah, sure. All right. So get a good
sure footing.
Sure footing. So I can lean back in case they're coming at me. And so jab, 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 right, jab. That seems like a little weak.
The left hook. Left hook.
Okay. So how's my left hook coming like that?
When you throw your left hook. Put your shoulder, put your body into it, because if you throw it like that,
and that means
but if you put your body to it, you get a little more punching power.
Here we go.
Power is what you want.
All right. Jab, jab, jab.
There you go.
We're here to finally put together all of the pieces from the big punching bag to the rapid hands bag, and now we're going to kind of get our stances into action and do some ducking and dodging here. Take it away.
Actually, when you're in your position and you're facing your opponent and you're throwing a jab, it's better to throw a couple of jabs than just one jab, because your opponent can come with that overhand right and get you at all times with that overhand right. But if you throw two jabs and he comes with that overhand right, you got a chance to either block it here or block it there.
Block it there.
Yeah. Also, have to understand that you have to use your shoulder as block and your right leg to keep a good stance.
Yeah.
At all times.
I'm pretty stiff now with this.
But you're doing good. You're doing good. You're blocking. You're blocking. There you go. You're blocking. There you go. See? There you go. See?
You got it.
Yeah. See?
I don't think I'm really doing any type of proper form.
But you're learning. You've already got kind of the basics as to how to move in and so forth.
Well, Charlie, thank you again for joining us and showing us all the how-tos of boxing. So thank you again for joining us this week. Hope all this was educational and somewhat entertaining. And join us again next week. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you again for joining us, and have a wonderful rest of the day.